And creating because one day you want it to be seen or heard. You want what you're creating to be manifest in the world. You can take steps to do that. Just like I've talked about writing a log line, doing an outline, making a synopsis properly, clear and concise, creating wonderful characters that intrigue audiences and are heartfelt. Equally as important, now I don't want to shock you with those words, but equally as important is understanding the finance and distribution of storytelling, filmmaking, books, any of the outlets that will take your story and bring it to the people, social media included. So I'm asking you to Google. So I want to jumpstart this process for you. And I don't want you to say, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I find that creative people don't always like to get down to the brass tacks of money. And financial people sometimes don't want to hear all of the issues of a creative person. And what I'm telling you now is you have to take both of those minds and put them in your head. You have to be both. Even if really you end up mostly as the writer and not a full-on producer, this is necessary. Otherwise, you won't understand the deal that is brought to you or the deal that you go out and get. You have to understand how business works, at least a little bit. And I want to take the mystery of it out of it for you. The secret is, there is no secret. It isn't a mystery. Film distribution companies, you can actually call them. So no, again, you've heard of the big ones. But there are smaller companies that you can do actual business with that will look at your projects and talk to you. And then they may make a deal with you, and then together you join forces and go to a bigger company. Alphabetically, I'm going to give you some names, and go ahead and Google them. You can even make a phone call, send an email. Certainly look at their catalogs and find out which of these companies would be best for your project. So for fun, you Google independent film distributors. Here's one, Bayview Entertainment. Bayview has distributed their films to Roku, Amazon, lots of the big guys. So look them up. Breaking Glass is another one of these, and they work internationally. If your work is a little more avant-garde, look up Canyon Cinema Foundation. Another one is the Cinema Guild, Cohen Media Group, Entertainment One, Film Collaborative, Film Rise, which works in television and theatrical motion pictures, Gunpowder and Sky, IFC, they've been around a long time, Indie Rights, Magnolia Pictures, which was funded by Mark Cuban, who's on Shark Tank. There's tons of these. And there are people there who will speak to you. Now, the best way to go about communicating with them is not to just call blindly. First, be intelligent about it. Look at their catalog. Pay attention. See if your project is really right for them. See if you like the kind of things they distribute, because then you'll know if they would like to take on the project you're doing. And the shocker is, I'm telling you, do this now. The very week you're working on your log line and your evil characters and your good characters, do this too. Now, some of the companies I've mentioned I've worked with, some I have not. There's lots more. There's probably 1,000 of them. So this may seem to you an odd post because I'm always talking about the writing and the importance of the idea. Because yes, everything starts with story. But you can't get your story out there if you don't understand what a distributor does. Their job is to get your story out there. A financier is obviously to put up the money. Some distributors also put up the money. Or at least they'll explain to you how their other filmmakers, like yourself, or storytellers, have been successful at getting to the money. And here's the key thing that I can tell you, because I've been a buyer. For many, many years, I was with a big company. I was with both Disney and Saban International, and I was the buyer looking for films. I would need certain elements so that I could then distribute that product worldwide. You need to know what those are. They do change, not like every month, but they do change perhaps as quick as every year or every couple years. And then if something happens in the world, like a COVID or something, then yes, there might be radical differences. And you need to understand the money structure. Do they give you any money up front? Will they finance it? Do they get to recoup? What's their fee if they recoup? A lot of distributors take 45% and they take their fees on top of that. That can be a normal deal. A great distributor is one who actually pays you. So there's the talk, and then what you'd want to do some research before you make any deal and find out from other people they've done business with, do they pay you? I want you to get excited about this process. I want you to be as excited as you are about your characters, about sales and marketing, which is going to come up in another post, and distribution and finance. It takes the whole thing. Now get back to your writing and click the link in the bio if you think I can be helpful.